Uh, I struggle with that still, just because I think I just have more responsibilities, for my money. It's weird to say I'm head of household because in this household, we split everything 50-50. But in the other households that each of us have to support, it puts there's always this like gorilla on your back that it is like, you better work, you better work. You gonna sleep in? Somebody might not eat. Come on, you gotta work. And it's hard. It's hard to let that go. So I'm working on that.
Gabrielle Union just spilled the beans in an interview that set the internet on fire. Brace yourself for this bombshell revelation. She actually shares the financial burden 50-50 with her hubby, the one and the only Dwyane Wade. Can you believe it? Even with the supposedly overflowing bank accounts, Gabrielle still feels the need to hustle. It's like a real-life comedy sketch unfolding before our eyes. So, here we have this superstar couple living it up in their fancy world. But guess what? They are not immune to the pressure of working hard to make ends meet. It's like a never-ending game, a financial tug-of-war. But hey, at least they are in it together. And let's not forget, this interview went viral faster than a cat's video on the internet. We guess when celebrities drop truth bombs like this, we can't help but be hooked. So, kudos to Gabrielle for keeping it real and giving us a glimpse into the wild world of rich and famous finances. Who knew the struggle could be so real, even for the seemingly untouchable stars? It just goes to show that money may buy you a fancy mansion, but it can't spare you from the pressures of the almighty dollar. Oh, let us tell you, when this juicy tidbit from the interview took the internet by storm, it stirred up a whirlwind of discussions. You wouldn't believe it, but Gabrielle still finds herself wrestling with the burden of providing for her family. And get this, her hubby, Dwyane Wade, is swimming in a pool of cash, supposedly worth a mind-boggling $200 million. You would think that would alleviate any financial worries, but hey, reality can be a mischievous little rascal. You see, my friends, just because someone's a celeb doesn't mean their pockets are brimming with moolah. Sometimes their dough isn't all green and liquid. It's tangled up in investments and whatnot. And let's not forget those turbulent periods when the money faucet just isn't gushing as it used to. Yeah, it happens. Besides, some stars burn through their fortunes faster than a cheetah chasing a gazelle, all to keep up with the Jonases and maintain that shiny, picture-perfect facade. But let us spill some more tea on Gabrielle and Dwyane. They are living that glitzy Hollywood lifestyle, complete with all the fancy expenses and entourage to pay. Oh honey, bills can eat through their bank account like a swarm of locusts if they are not careful. So, you see, it's a precarious dance with the dough for our beloved celebrities. Money comes and money goes, and even the rich and famous can find themselves in a financial pickle. Life's a balancing act, my friend, and sometimes the high-flying lifestyle can leave even the wealthiest stars scrambling to stay afloat. In a surprising turn of events, it seems that Gabrielle and her partner are splitting their expenses equally, despite the vast difference in their incomes. Many people, especially women, were baffled by this decision. After all, Gabrielle has faced a fair share of challenges in their relationship, from dealing with Dwyane Wade's infidelity to juggling the responsibilities of her own family. It's no wonder people were quick to criticize Dwyane Wade for not taking on a larger financial burden. However, Gabrielle's response shed some light on her perspective. She proudly proclaimed that she loves when her partner matches her energy, 50-50. It appears that Gabrielle values equality and wants to have an equal say in their financial matters. While there's nothing wrong with that, it might be wise for her to consider easing off her own burdens and allowing her husband take on more household expenses, giving her already demanding responsibilities. Nevertheless, it seems that Gabrielle enjoys having financial control and sees it as a way to assert her independence. Perhaps her dominant and go-getter personality plays a role in her desire for equality. Meanwhile, Dwyane Wade seems content with a more passive role, allowing Gabrielle to take charge. While some may view this dynamic as problematic due to their differing financial statuses, Gabrielle's determination to maintain equality suggests that she values her own financial independence. Gabrielle's first marriage was a mess. She was married to an NFL player named Chris Howard, and they both cheated on each other. But here's the funny part. Gabrielle felt okay about cheating because she was the breadwinner. She believed that whoever has the most money gets to do whatever the hell they want. Talk about entitlement. In her divorce with Chris, Gabrielle went above and beyond to win his affection. She invested in his business, paid rent for his new home, and even co-signed for a Porsche. But guess what? He vanished, leaving her with a bunch of bills and parking tickets. Now that's what you get for being generous, I suppose. Now Gabrielle is in a relationship with Dwyane, and they go 50-50 on everything. But it's not just about finances or switching gender roles. Oh no, it's about control and competition. Gabrielle likes the idea of competing with Dwyane, even though she knows she can't physically match up to him. He's an NBA athlete. After all, maybe she should stick to competing in a Gatorade commercial. So, while some people may be outraged about the whole 50-50 arrangement, Gabrielle sees it as a way to maintain her financial control and indulge in her competitive side. After all, she's used to being the breadwinner and believes in the spoils of riches. Is dysfunctional? Sure, but hey, it makes life interesting, right? In the competitive world of Gabrielle and her spouse, there's a quirky twist. Despite being financially comfortable, Gabrielle insists on splitting the bills. Maybe she just enjoys the exhilaration of dividing expenses. Or perhaps she's secretly training for the Olympics of financial fairness. But wait, there's more. Gabrielle's competitiveness goes deeper, like a never-ending game of prove yourself. In her book, We Are Going to Need More Wine, she spills the beans on her insecurities thanks to a delightful cocktail of colorism, racism, and sibling comparison. She even experienced a traumatic incident while working, which affected her self-perception. Hollywood, being the gladiator arena it is, didn't spare Gabrielle for battling other black actors for roles. Imagine her frustration as she watched Bianca Lawson, the audition queen, claim one victory after another while she wasted time on the dreaded 405 freeway. To add a sprinkle of irony, Gabrielle found herself pitted against the fabulous Kerry Washington, competing for the ironic role of Olivia Pope in Scandal. Unfortunately, Gabrielle's dreams were crushed, and she even lost a Neutrogena deal to her rival. Life can be a tough competition, but at least it keeps things interesting for Gabrielle Union, the queen of ambition and bills. Gabrielle and her spouse share a quirky competitive streak. Even though they are financially comfortable, despite not needing to split bills, Gabrielle insists on doing so, causing some eyebrows-raising moments. But let's dig deeper into Gabrielle's competitiveness, which stems from her own insecurities. In her book, We Are Going to Need More Wine, she spills the beans on her upbringing and struggles she faced, from sibling rivalry and colorism to racism and assault. Her self-worth was always under scrutiny. Hollywood didn't make things easier, as it is a fierce battleground, especially for the black actors. She found herself competing with the likes of Melinda Williams, Bianca Lawson, and others, always wondering why she didn't score the roles. It even came down to her losing out on a pilot to Bianca because, well, according to her manager, Bianca's just prettier. Ouch! To add salt to the wound, Gabrielle's dream role as Olivia Pope in Scandal slipped through her fingers, going to the talented Kerry Washington. And to top it all off, she lost her Neutrogena deal to none other than, you guessed it, Kerry Washington. Gabrielle Union, known for her endorsements and acting career, had her share of ups and downs. One of her big endorsement deals with Neutrogena, which she took for granted until they decided she had enough. Then she met Kerry Washington and realized she wasn't the only star in town. It became all about brands and what losing her brand meant for her. Gabrielle experienced insecurities and even became a mean girl, feuding with the likes of Jada Pinkett Smith, LL Cool J, and Sanaa Lathan. The beef with Jada was speculated to be about messing with Will Smith, but it was really about silent competition. They both heard rumors and decided not to like each other. Nobody remembers the origin of the feud. It was just young girl crap. Similar tensions arose with LL Cool J, where Gabrielle wanted to assert herself as number one on the call sheet. However, a realization hit her when she overheard a crew member missing their daughter's game because of an argument. These anecdotes demonstrate Gabrielle's competitive nature, which stems from ego and pride. While she has grown and learned from her experiences, that competitiveness still lingers. From her endorsements to Hollywood rivalries, Gabrielle has had a tumultuous journey. It may seem all over the place, but it adds context to her story and highlights the underlying theme of competitiveness in her life.